It seems like the extraordinary is becoming commonplace. As every day we're confronted with new and mysterious sightings that defy explanation. From creatures straight out of ancient legends to cryptids so bizarre, they'll make you question your own sanity. Our cameras have captured it all, so get ready as we're about to count down the most unbelievable things ever caught on camera.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, o sea, si tiene una y la otra no.
As a group of explorers reached the heart of an abandoned hospital, they encountered a ghostly humanoid, claiming it was a patient that had escaped from the hospital. But here's the catch. The hospital hadn't been operational for a decade. The group was convinced it was the spirit of a patient that had passed away under mysterious circumstances, that now haunted the isolated place, somehow trapped inside for eternity. But nothing can be said for sure, as skeptics dismissed it as a hoax.
Mira, trae líquido rojo. Trae líquido rojo.
Demonic creature.
Un lugar van a encontrar este tipo de...
Exploring an abandoned building, this guy landed himself straight into a horror movie when he discovered an eerie-looking room. And just as he entered it, he noticed something truly horrifying. The humanoid creature was wrapped in cloth, with a demonic face and a black clawed arm at its side. Judging from its movements, it looked subdued, as if bound under some spell, or perhaps it was badly injured. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty freaked out watching this. Peekaboo. A guy was doing a live out in the woods when his audience informed him that there was someone behind him.
Yo, there's somebody watching you on the back. Where?
Watching. At first, he couldn't see what it was, but when he looked again, he realized he wasn't alone, and quickly ended the live stream.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's no telling what became of him in the woods, if he managed to escape or not. A close-up at the spying cryptid tells me that it was huge and hairy, something like a Bigfoot. But what do you think? A dogman, a Sasquatch, or something even more mysterious was lurking behind that tree? Biking shock. Cruising through the countryside on their bikes, the last thing these riders expected was to encounter something otherworldly. Suddenly, they were interrupted by a small creature emerging from the tall grass. They quickly parked their motorcycles and dashed after the bizarre humanoid figure, but it was far too fast, vanishing into the wilderness, never to be seen again. When the footage hit the internet, netizens went wild with speculations. Some believed it was a mischievous goblin, while others were convinced it could be something far more sinister. Perhaps a long-lost dwarf species lurking in the forest shadows. Tinkerbell.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
A woman was relaxing outside her house when something caught her eye. At first glance, it seemed like an ordinary mosquito. But as she looked closer, she realized she was witnessing something unbelievable. The creature had delicate wings resembling those of a fairy, eerily similar to Tinkerbell. But fairies are just imaginative, right? Or perhaps they've always been right under our noses. Hiding in plain sight with an appearance far from the humanoid beings we've always imagined. Could this tiny creature be what fairies actually look like? A clever tactic to remain undetected all this time?
So if anyone's got a clue...
Lady in Red. Venturing into the woods at night is the perfect recipe for a scare you will never forget. And that's what happened with an adventurer. He was wandering around when suddenly a terrifying figure caught his eye. It was a lady dressed in red with a severely distorted face. Her eyes were huge and mouth hung open as if frozen in shock. with her hair all over the face. Noticing the man, she slowly turned around and disappeared into the thick forest. Many speculated that the woman was actually an evil spirit. However, skeptics believe she was too docile to have been a malevolent spirit, writing it off as a prank. Possible Triceratops. A man set out on what he thought would be a peaceful hiking trip, only to stumble upon something truly out of this world. While preparing to rest after a long trek, he noticed movement from the corner of his eye, a giant creature. It resembled a Triceratops, with horns running down its back, but it didn't look entirely like a dinosaur, more like a monstrous hybrid, with two massive horns jutting from its head. Shaking in fear, he only managed to film a few seconds before silently slipping away to save his life. Could this be an actual dinosaur or some strange, evolved creature? What do you think? Lizard Man. Our forests are full of unexplored mysteries, and this footage from Canada might just prove it. The video captured a bizarre humanoid creature crouching on the ground. It stayed in that position, almost as if waiting for something, or someone, to pass by, raising suspicion about its intentions. The creature had unusually long arms and appeared to be signaling, displaying gestures eerily similar to human behavior, suggesting a level of intelligence close to ours. Moments later, as the recorder panned toward an approaching cyclist, the entity mysteriously vanished. Netizens speculated that it could be a lizard man given the distinct shape of its head. Skeptics, however, remained unconvinced, calling it a hoax. Tentacle monster. A Brazilian farmer was tilling the ground for next year's crops when suddenly the earth beneath his feet gave way, and within it was something truly horrifying. Numerous tentacles swirled around the main body of the creature that kind of resembled an octopus, except they don't burrow into the mud like that. Terrified, the farmer bravely managed to film the thing for a few seconds before fleeing the place. Now the question is, if the video wasn't fabricated, where did that octopus monster go? Because the farmer reported it had just vanished when he came back with the authorities. Miniature horror. I was about to rule this out as CGI, because why not? Look at how terrifying that thing seems, and it's truly shocking someone would even hold it in their hands. With that creepy jet black umbrella type thing suspended over it, you would think the creature emerged from the underworld. But believe it or not, this is an actual insect called the tortoise beetle. And there's a pretty gross story behind that black thing over it. These insects cover their tails with their own fecal matter in order to keep any predator off their back. Flying dragon. For centuries, a theory has floated around. People believe that all mythical creatures were once real, but disappeared over time, with their memories fading until belief in them vanished entirely. But this theory might be closer to the truth than we think. According to a bizarre video that recently surfaced online, the footage showed what looks like a Game of Thrones-style dragon gliding behind a mountain range. While the debate on its authenticity still rages on, cryptozoologists have suggested it could be genuine, pointing out how the light reflects off the creature's silvery wings. But let me know what you think of this clip. Uninvited guest. Imagine the terror of someone home alone, only to have something otherworldly come knocking. It seems like that nightmare came true for an elderly lady late one night. She couldn't believe her eyes as she stared at the strange creature peeking through her door. And to make matters worse, this wasn't the first time that creepy thing had paid her a visit. With shining eyes and what looked like bloated lips, the creature appeared to be short in height. Some suggested it might be an animal, but the woman was convinced it was something far more sinister. Spying entity. You might rethink working out near the woods, because this video is definitely going to leave a mark on you. An unsuspecting girl was recording herself doing yoga in front of the woods. But that's not what this clip is about. Suddenly, a glowing pair of eyes appeared on the left side of the screen. Whatever cryptid it was didn't seem to be alone. Another set of eyes peeked from the other side. The girl only noticed the strange activity later when she was reviewing the video. Their faces seem indistinct due to the distance. What could they be? Forest-dwelling goblins? Animals? Or something even more sinister? I'll let you decide. Jumpy flowers. A man trekking through a Cambodian jungle stumbled upon something truly bizarre. At first they looked like ordinary flowers, with a unique, spidery white look to them. But as the man stooped down to examine them closely, something unexpected happened. As he tried to touch them, they leapt off the plant and flew away. Did this explorer enter some magical realm where flowers could leap like that? Or were these tiny fairies disguised as clumps of cotton? If you know anything about these insect-like creatures, let me know in the comments. Raging giant. An adventurer set up a camp deep into the woods within his property, mounting a camera on a tree for safety. He went back to his house to retrieve something he had forgotten. And while he was gone, something truly shocking happened at the campsite. A massive Sasquatch-like creature was captured, thrashing a huge tree branch into his tent, completely ripping it apart. The towering figure captivated many on social media by speculating why it had been so angry. Many said it was a territorial Bigfoot, while others warned the guy to steer clear of the giant. Lake monster. A man was walking his dog early one winter morning when he stumbled upon a frozen lake. There was something seriously strange going on with it. The guy didn't waste a moment and started filming. What looked like a massive red eye seemed to blink at the bottom of the lake, opening and closing slowly. If the eye is that big, just imagine how big the monster would be. Many agreed this was the creepiest lake they had ever seen. However, skeptics were convinced this was just an environmental phenomenon. But what do you think? Sasquatch Terror. In September of this year, two men ventured into the woods, hoping to catch a glimpse of the legendary Bigfoot after hearing rumors of its presence in the area. But what they found was far more terrifying than they could have imagined. They spotted a massive figure stalking through the trees, its silhouette unmistakable. Instead of retreating, they made the bold decision to follow the creature, inching dangerously closer. That's when it happened. The supposed Sasquatch noticed them and charged straight at them in a sudden fit of rage. The video abruptly cut off, but not before they managed to capture a chilling, up-close shot of its face, terrifyingly real. Knock knock. Ever forgotten to lock your door at night? This chilling clip will make sure you never do again. Late one evening, a homeowner felt a sudden urge to check if he'd bolted the front door. Little did he know what was waiting for him. As he approached, he froze in his tracks. Peering inside was a pale, elongated head with hollow black eyes. Everything about the creature felt disturbingly otherworldly. The viral video sparked heated debates online. Some speculated it could be a rake or a skinwalker, while others were convinced it was an alien. Yet, the true identity of this being remains a haunting mystery. Creeping about. A small Romanian town turned into the scene of a horror movie when a surveillance camera captured something, or someone they didn't recognize. This figure, spotted in the dead of the night, was a stranger, and by the looks of it, with its unnatural gait, it didn't seem human at all. What do you think it could be? The internet was divided. Some believed it was Baba Yaga, the terrifying witch known for preying on children, while others thought it resembled Dobby, the elf from Harry Potter. Skeptics, however, dismissed it as just an old lady distorted by blurry footage. Flying dinosaur. A man's trip into the North American jungle took a prehistoric turn when he witnessed something unbelievable in the sky. At first, he thought it was a massive bird flying around, But as he continued to watch the creature, its distinct shape reminded him of dinosaurs, particularly the pterosaur, a being that has been extinct for millions of years. So what could this possibly be? Perhaps dinosaurs have finally awakened from their long slumber. Or this was just a hoax, as many believe. However, cryptid enthusiasts still think there might be a chance it's real. Evil entity. A home surveillance camera outside in Peru captured something that will chill you to the bone. The homeowner wished he had never checked the recording. The camera started filming when it picked up motion behind the fence, from where a wicked-looking face emerged. Its features were so distorted, you could barely make them out. The man and netizens alike were horrified at the unnerving sight. It was a humanoid with glowing eyes and huge, sharp teeth. Many suggested that it might be a skinwalker, and it must be because no human can pull off that kind of disguise just to scare a neighbor. Nightly intruder. There's an old myth about lawn ornaments. It is believed that they come to life after the sun sets. And if you think there's no truth to it, you may want to make sense of this video. A home surveillance camera in North Carolina picked up a slight movement in the dark. It appeared to be a small figure tiptoeing around the patio before it took cover behind a flower pot and disappeared from sight, never to be seen again. What do you think? Could this be someone's lawn gnome who had decided to go for a walk around the neighborhood? Living gnome. There's an old clip that has resurfaced on the internet, refueling debates about gnomes like cryptids. It featured a small humanoid-looking creature hopping around an isolated-looking wooded area. It's not clear if this was captured by a trail camera or if someone was spying on the creature from behind some trees. The entity wore that iconic cap that gnomes are usually depicted with, leaving many convinced that it was a real-life gnome. In the video, we only see the thing's back, and something telling me we're lucky we didn't see its face. Close-up. A man claimed to have witnessed an actual Sasquatch during his trip around the woods, and he's got evidence to prove it. The clip posted on social media featured a close-up shot of the giant's face, and it looked pretty convincing. Thick brown hair, dark eyes, and a human-like mouth. The creature looked quite eerie as it tried to hide behind the branches. The cryptozoologist community is swooning over the footage, saying that this might be real proof of Bigfoot's existence. However, some remain skeptical, noting how the area of this discovery wasn't disclosed. But that could be because the man wanted to preserve the species, protecting it from human intervention. Unexpected guest. It seems like even chilling on your front porch is not safe anymore. A man was enjoying the evening outside his house when the surveillance camera captured something odd. A misty-looking white shadow was recorded drifting behind the unsuspecting man. As if feeling the presence of the unsettling entity, he switched on his flashlight and looked around. But the elusive figure skillfully escaped the guy's attention, continuing to roam around the house. Could it be waiting for something? Maybe it was an old relation out for vengeance. Many were convinced it was a ghost. Others thought it was a prank. What's your take on this clip? Skinwalker raid. Skinwalkers, the legendary creatures of myth, or are they? With so many accounts and eyewitnesses from all around the world, it's hard to deny their existence. But this footage is the nail in the coffin. A group of friends were cruising through a deserted area. Their Jeep was suddenly stopped by a bunch of bizarre-looking humanoids. There was a whole group of them, crawling on all fours. It seemed as if the Skinwalkers had damaged the tires of the vehicle, causing the friends to panic. Luckily, they were able to make it back to safety with the help of some villagers nearby. Netizens are convinced this is genuine proof of the legendary creatures. New discovery. There's a very bizarre video going around the internet that has left many questioning the actual nature of the world we're living in. The uploader has given no context about the clip, which raises suspicion about it. Was it leaked footage from a secret government lab? We might never know. It featured a four-legged creature none of us has ever seen. Ghostly, pale, and headless. Things couldn't get stranger, except they just did. In a similar clip, it even appeared to have wings. Now, skeptics believe something like cannot go unnoticed, but that is only if it's roaming free. For all we know, that thing is locked up in a hidden facility somewhere. I just hope it's nowhere near my house. Mini Velociraptor. Back in 2016, a photographer was exploring the jungles of Kenya when he suddenly heard an unusual noise. He quickly began recording, hoping to capture footage of a rare animal. But what he caught on camera was no ordinary creature. It shockingly resembled a juvenile velociraptor, swiftly darting into a nearby tunnel. No known animal looks anything like that. Cryptozoologists speculate that in the unexplored depths of these jungles, prehistoric giants might still roam, though possibly affected by dwarfism. But as expected, skeptics dismiss the sighting as just another hoax. Chupacabra. A strange rumor was going around in the Santa Fe province of Argentina of a mythical creature prowling the streets at night. Many brushed it off as baseless, but then somebody managed to record this video, confirming the rumor. A dark cryptid was sitting among the trees. Due to the blurry video, not much can be said about its nature. Many believed it was a chupacabra, arguing that the cattle from the area had been mysteriously vanishing. Others speculated that it could be a werewolf, saying they had seemed similar beings. But I'll leave it up to you to decide. Cloaked figure. Have you ever caught something from the corner of your eye, only to find nothing there? Well, this is one of those instances. Instead, the thing is very much real. When a farm owner posted a clip of his goat online, strange comments started pouring in, claiming they saw a weird figure standing along the street. The owner said he didn't realize someone was standing there when was filming the animal. It was a figure cloaked in a dark robe, and had an uncanny resemblance to Voldemort, except this isn't Harry Potter. So, who could it be? Let me know what you think. Mystery monster. A massive creature was spotted lurking in the wild by many people, but no one believed them until a video surfaced online. A bear-like creature was seen moving through the tall grass, but it had an unusually long body with a small face. Recorded from that distance, it appeared to be huge. Netizens couldn't agree on a single thing, as some suggested it was an actual animal, maybe an anteater. Others were convinced it was a cryptid not yet discovered by humans, whereas skeptics called it a CGI trick. What do you think this could be? Stranger Things. An arm that long with multiple elbows is definitely not normal. It looked like the creature was searching for something, but what could something that bizarre possibly want? Perhaps it's just on the hunt, ready to chomp down on anything in its path. From behind the wooden wall, it raised its otherworldly face as if letting out a silent scream. Was this creature trapped inside that barn, or has it been preying upon animals all along? Many couldn't help but compare it to the creatures from Stranger Things. Others claim that the video looked edited. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Serpent monster. A couple of anglers decided to go fishing in the jungle, hoping for a nice meal, only to lose all appetite by what they witnessed. A bulky, 7-meter-long serpent-like creature was swimming in the water inches away from their boat. Startled by the entity, they quickly hightailed it out of there. Now the question is what that creature was? A river monster on the hunt for food, or something else entirely? Some believed it was the fabled serpent monster. However, others argued that it was an anaconda that had swallowed its prey. Mini Brachiosaurus.
We're gonna see what he is. Oh, what the?
Returning from an afternoon trip in the woods, a group of friends were about to get into their car when something caught their eye. A bizarre creature was perched on the vehicle, and at first, they assumed it was just some debris caught on top. But to their horror, the thing moved when poked with a stick, and even tried to bite the branch with its small yet menacing teeth. With a long neck and a stubby body, it bore an uncanny resemblance to a miniature Brachiosaurus, although much more aggressive in demeanor. If you have any idea what this mysterious creature could be, let me know in the comments.
Bro, what is this? Look at that. Poke its neck. Oh!
Unidentified creature. Back in 2022, a shocking video surfaced on the internet, throwing internet communities into panic. The uploader claimed experts were quickly brought in to analyze it. The strange entity discovered in Konya, Turkey. It featured a being with a face so distorted you can hardly look at it. There were no visible eyes, no clear opening for the mouth. Some even said it was headless, but it appeared to be alive, trying to scare away the camera. No one has been able to tell what it was. Experts have speculated that it might be a mutated animal born with a birth defect. But the truth behind this viral video remains shrouded in mystery. Slimy suspect. A shocking video has been circulating online, featuring what appeared to be a bizarre, otherworldly creature surrounded by police officers. The officers stood by, seemingly awaiting orders, as the strange, slimy, round figure moved in an unnatural manner. It oddly resembled an egg on the verge of hatching, its scaly body giving off a reptilian vibe. But what kind of reptile could it possibly be? The clip went viral, racking up millions of views, with netizens speculating it could be a dinosaur or even an unformed Godzilla. Skeptics, however, remain unconvinced, noting the officer's lack of visible shock, which raises suspicions about the video's authenticity. Elf sighting. A woman was working out early in the morning when she witnessed this thing out on the streets. She claimed that it was a small humanoid figure walking with a cane, standing eerily still. Many were convinced that it was simply a short man with a walking stick. Some argued that it looked like Dobby, the house elf from Harry Potter. However, a few others noted that it might be a coyote looking weird due to the camera angle. Canine trance. This next clip is one of the most terrifying Skinwalker footage ever captured. Just look at it standing there in complete trance. A TikToker uploaded the video claiming the thing appeared in a parking lot well past midnight. It looked canine, but bizarrely human at the same time, as if it had been caught mid-transformation. This is our cue to keep an eye on our pets. If they're acting weird, then maybe it's time to up and leave. Netizens called it the most believable Skinwalker evidence of all time, but of course, skeptics refuse to believe that it was authentic. Two-faced. Coming across otherworldly creatures in the woods is becoming unsettlingly common, so much so that it makes you question if something has gone terribly wrong in the natural order. An adventurer recently captured footage of a truly spine-chilling sight, a creature that looked like a demonic hybrid of several species, with two heads no less. It's hard to imagine how something like that even moves with such an unusual anatomy. Are these hybrids the result of human interference or nature's own mysterious plan? Nobody knows for sure. Fairy.
There it is. Look at that. Did you see it?
A cryptid enthusiast was over the moon when he reviewed footage from his home surveillance camera. What he found was something extraordinary. A tiny, winged creature fluttering close to the lens. With its delicate, double wings, it closely resembled the fairies of folklore. The man claimed it had two legs and a humanoid form.
You see the two legs? Tell me that's not a fairy.
Leaving even skeptics struggling to debunk the footage. as a hoax. Could this be proof of fairies living among us? Maybe it's time to keep an eye out for yourself. There might just be a magical realm hidden beyond the ordinary world.
Now tell me that's not a fairy. Tell me, you see the two legs? Tell me that's not a fairy.
Open discussion. I don't know about dinosaurs coming back to life, but it seems like we might have flying lizards or mini dinosaurs. This footage was posted anonymously, featuring what appeared to be a tiny lizard with wings, taking flight from someone's hand. Whether it was a juvenile dragon or a new miniature species of reptile, no information was provided. The video has sparked conspiracy theories worldwide. Many believe it was only a matter of time, chalking it off to mad scientists cloning dinosaurs from all the fossils we've dug up over the years. Could this be the start of something bigger? Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.